We've got the updated 2026 Nissan Pathfinder.
Is the V6 here to stay?
In a V6, Zach, so I recommend you hang on. Oh yeah. Gosh, never disappoints, does it?
Well, I don't know if this is going to be around, but at least it's here now. This is updated for 2026, this model. We're going to get into what's new for 2026. Right now, what is under the hood of this?
A 3.5-liter V6 with a 9-speed automatic transmission, 284 horsepower and 259 pound-feet of torque. In Canada, standard 4-wheel drive. In the US, 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive options are available. You can use regular fuel in the Pathfinder, and it's made in the US.
The Rock Creek model gets a power boost, an extra 11 horsepower and 11 pound-feet of torque. It uses premium fuel though, and standard 4-wheel drive. So this has been updated for 2026, so let's jump into the key standard features of the base model.
The base trim comes with a 7-inch driver display, a 12.3-inch touchscreen, wireless, Apple Carplay and Android Auto, a wireless charger, 7-speaker audio system, leatherette upholstery, heated front seats, 10-way power driver seat, 6-way manual passenger seat, heated steering wheel, a panoramic sunroof, and a power liftgate. In the US, there are more trims available, so not all these features are standard. So I gotta say, Zach, when it comes to Rock Creek, I'm not gonna use premium fuel to get a little extra horsepower and torque, not with gas prices.
Yeah, so you get 11 pound-feet more torque and horsepower. Yeah, I think that's all down to the premium fuel. With the price of fuel these days, most people will be just like you. Okay, so what's new for 2026?
Yeah, so it got some tweaks to the exterior. You've got a new front and rear fascia, new badging. The Platinum model, which we're driving, gets 20-inch wheels. And then for the inside, we'll go over those extras, the new updates, when we get to the interior part coming up soon.
Okay, so the engine is interesting. We were at the Infiniti QX65 launch like a week or so ago, and we asked the executives there, the US executives, how come that vehicle based on this platform gets a turbo 4 with the variable compression engine, and this still gets the V6? And they said this was decided before, and then they changed it to the variable compression for the Infiniti models. So does that leave us to believe that when this is refreshed, this too will go get the turbo 4?
Well, they basically said that Pathfinder is on a different cycle than Infiniti, and that QX60 and now the QX65 got the updates and they went to the turbo 4. So I was kind of reading the room, and maybe I'm wrong, but I get the feeling this is going to go eventually to a turbo 4.
But what has changed in the interim is the regulations in the United States have all been ripped up and thrown out the window. So maybe they don't need to do that anymore. So they'll just stick with the V6. Not many left though. You've got vehicles like Durango from Dodge. You've got Palisade from Hyundai. You've got the Honda Pilot and Passport. And then you've got the Nissan products. So,
and Telluride's gone to a turbo 4.
So there you go. It might be get it while you can. We'd have to wait and see. All right, so how are you enjoying it over there? They haven't confirmed that they made the suspension a little softer. I just feel like it's not as bumpy as I remember.
Well, I remember when this came out during COVID, and we went to Kingston to drive it for the first time in Canada. And I thought the transmission wasn't as smooth as it could be.
That was for sure.
For sure. So they've really improved on that. This 9-speed automatic is quick shifting. The power output is excellent. Passing power is great on the highway. Steering actually feels quite good. It's not too heavy, not too light though. It has a really nice weight to it. And I think overall, I'm gonna start recommending this vehicle because not only is it priced well, we'll get into that a little later on, but it's really nice and it's comfortable.
And halfway through our videos, we stop for a segment called Questions, Coffee, and Cars. You got to stick around for that because we get into the quality scores of this and it might surprise you. Now, speaking of suspension, and maybe you want it a little bit softer, we have driven, now it was the last model before the facelift, Rock Creek. They did go for a softer off-road suspension. So it's a smaller wheel, 18-inch wheel and all-terrain tires. So if you live somewhere with a lot of bumps, maybe gravel roads, all those sorts of things, that might be the one you want to try. But I'm impressed with this one too.
Yeah, this Platinum model has got 20-inch wheels and it does do a really good job with those imperfections.
In the road?
Yes, in the road, Zach. So this comes standard with Pro Pilot Assist 1.0. You also get rear parking sensors, trailer sway assist, and a tire pressure monitoring system, which I find has become very popular in the comments on Instagram for different models when a vehicle doesn't get it.
So they have this big rotary dial here. You can do terrain settings and also drive modes. But what are we going to put it in?
Got to put it in S for subscribe. And if you can hit that notification bell, you'll be notified when all of our videos drop, and then you can watch them.
If you guys could do me a favor, please. Andrea wakes up in the morning and she checks the analytics of the channel. And she says to me, the subs are down, Zach.
Or the subs are up.
Yeah, but but this is you're helping me out. When the subs are down, maybe Andrea gets a little grumpy with her morning coffee, so please hit that subscribe button. Make my day and Andrea's day.
We're trying to reach 500,000 subs by the end of the year, and we're on track to do that. So if you haven't subscribed but you think you have, subscribe.
Hit it, Andrea. V6, 9-speed automatic. Took a second to drop a gear or two.
Yeah, it did take a second.
It's all right. It hustles along, though.
It does. No problem there for
That's like
for
5%
power.
decision. A little bit of wind noise, not too bad.
This Platinum model has the around view monitor with a fixed view. You've also got a wide front view and an invisible hood.
So when this current model came out a few years ago, Andrew mentioned we went to the launch event, they stuck the Pathfinder across the back. That's a trend that everybody's stolen from Land Rover, Range Rover. I think this looks good. The facelift on the front and the back is modest, I would say, but it's still a pleasant looking vehicle.
I think Pathfinder's always looked really good. You've got that boxy and rugged design, and consumers are looking for this kind of look. So I think that exterior design-wise, they really don't have to do a lot to it. The Pathfinder comes standard with LED headlamps, dual power outside mirrors with LED turn signal indicator, LED tail lamps, 18-inch wheels, available 20-inch wheels, and a tow hitch receiver with harness. The Rock Creek model adds LED fog lamps, unique bumper, grille, emblem, badging, roof rack, 18-inch wheels, and all-terrain tires. Available features include power folding exterior mirrors.
Now, as much as we enjoy driving the Rock Creek edition with the smaller wheel, the more compliant suspension, I thought there was too much Rock Creek on the inside. They Rock Creeked it up.
Well, we knew we were in Rock Creek.
There was no getting around it. This is a little more subtle. They have Pathfinder on the dash, and they have Pathfinder here on the armrest.
And Pathfinder here on the...
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's much
on the
more...
shelf.
That's more subtle, but it's not orange and everywhere.
No. Definitely not. And the interior of the Rock Creek is different than this. It does have like that lava rock color trim.
Not for me.
Yeah, I prefer this too. This Platinum model looks great. Some new features for 2026 include the larger 12.3-inch touchscreen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. That is not standard in the US, but it is standard in Canada. Yeah, good for us, isn't it? However, we do have less trims. That's the reason why.
We have less trims and we pay more, so
Yes.
you get a bigger screen.
So the volume knob used to be on the screen. Now it is in the middle of the dash, which is actually a nice spot. I am thankful that this model doesn't have every function done in the screen. There's still buttons, although it is shiny, hard plastic, which I think we could tone down a little bit in this model.
Yeah, and you know, we just drove a Nissan recently, the Leaf, and it didn't have anything in there, and it's on the doors. It's in the center of the console here, I should say, where the HVAC controls are. Yeah, that's kind of like my only gripe about it, because I like this. It's a very nice combination of forward tech for people who want to have, you know, the screen stuff, and then people who are happy with buttons. This really satisfies a bit of everybody.
Yeah, and for 2026, the Platinum model adds semi-aniline quilted seats, which is nice.
Which we're driving on.
And also some wood trim. So we see that kind of finish in the Infinity models. So it's nice to see Pathfinder get this as well. There's definitely a very nice mix of soft touch materials and some hard plastic, but I think it's a good compromise, and storage is fantastic with the floating center console. Even this storage unit is very deep, plenty of room with the door pockets. So overall, it's a great family hauler.
And I like the shifter. The shifter is sort of like a modern version of a traditional shifter, but it's chunky and it's there, and that's really nicely done too.
And the 12.3-inch digital driver display is also a nice touch for the Platinum model. About bench seat and captain's chairs, which trims get it, which don't?
I want to know, like, if I want a bench seat, or maybe I want the captain's chairs, like, how would I choose that, Andrea?
Oh, okay. Well, in Canada, the Rock Creek model only comes with a bench seat.
Okay.
But the Platinum gets the option of either bench seat or captain's chairs. In the US, every single trim except for the base model has the option of a bench seat or captain's chairs. Brilliant. So if you want all the bells and whistles, but you got to move a lot of people, you can still move 8 passengers.
Have been pushing for this for years now, and they're catching on. Other available features include a head-up display, 12-speaker Bose audio system, driver seat memory, ventilated front seats, a power passenger seat, and heated rear seats.
And I also want to add that this power passenger seat has a height adjustment, which is so nice because we see the Honda Pilot that doesn't have it, even if it's power operated. So this gets it.
Did you say seats, Andrea?
Yeah.
Well, here's me getting in the back seat. You have obviously the ability to slide the second row of seats fore and aft. You also can recline the second row seats, and there's plenty of leg room and headroom. How does this stack up?
The Pathfinder offers 44.3 inches of front row legroom and 35.5 inches of second row legroom.
You slide the second row forward, and it's actually pretty easy to climb into the third row. Now, your knees are at an angle. They're up towards the roof, but I have to say, if you share some space with the second row, it's pretty comfortable.
The second row of seats can tip and slide even with a car seat installed. Third row legroom is 28 inches.
Lifting up the power liftgate on this model, this is actually a standout feature for this Pathfinder. Yeah, when all the seats are up, there's not a lot of space there visible, but if you lift up the floor, there is a very large plastic tub there. You can put wet items in there. It's a really nice storage item. The spare tire is mounted underneath the vehicle.
Space behind the third row is 16.6 cubic feet, and behind the second row, 45 cubic feet. Overall cargo space is 80.5 cubic feet.
So stick around after questions, because we get into tariffs. That's always fun. And also in questions, we talk around reliability.
Time now for questions, coffee, and cars.
Your questions from Instagram.
The third row outbound headrests. They are so huge. How obstructed is the view out the rear window when they are up?
Oh, can I just answer this quickly?
Do it. Go for it.
Put them down. Here's the thing about the rear headrests. You don't need to drive with them up.
No, you don't. You can put them down, but yes, the view is obstructed for sure. I wish they weren't as big. I don't know. Are they doing
Andrea.
it for safety?
Of course they are.
But do they have to be that large? Possibly. The other, you know what the other brand that does that? Mitsubishi Outlander. Huge third row headrest.
Okay, Mama Bear, your little honey buns in the third row. Do you want to have a safe, large headrest?
Of course I do.
Or do you want to have better view?
Of course I do. Anyway, I've got the, in this model, the Platinum, the around view monitor, so I can look at all my views anyway when I'm backing up.
Okay, so the other thing is, I would suspect most people are not using the third row regularly. You just have that third row folded down, and you can put the seats headrest down and keep the seat up if you wish.
You can.
Hey, if you want to get a question in for any future video, you need to follow along on Instagram. It's Motormouth_Andrea. You also get to see, Andrea's outfit, what shoes she's wearing, the car behind the scenes. And for me, it's Motormouth_Auto.
Let's talk long-term reliability. Nissan had their CVT moment. Oh yeah, we know about that moment, which put off lots of consumers. Where do things stand today compared to the segment leaders?
Well, it started out poorly with the CVT. It was really bad.
Yeah.
So they had, not this generation, the previous generation, they introduced the CVT. The interesting thing about that car, though, as the years went along, and when towards the last few years when they made it, it ended up being really quite reliable. So you do something long enough, even with a CVT, not the choice I would make. It got better. How's this one?
Yeah, so this is interesting actually, because some people think Pathfinder is unreliable. So I pulled some numbers from Consumer Reports, and it gets an overall score of 77 out of
That's
100,
good for
which
them.
is great.
Yeah.
Now, the only vehicle in this class that beats Pathfinder in predicted reliability score, Highlander and Grand Highlander. Every other model in this class falls under Pathfinder. So that's good news. And Consumer Reports has also rated Nissan 6th out of 26 brands.
There you
It
go.
sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
So put that in your pipe and smoke it. All right, now it's time for our hot topic. What's this one, Andrea?
Thanks to tariffs, availability of the Pathfinder seems to be a concern. It is definitely an underrated car. It's hard to beat a combination of a refined V6 and an automatic transmission.
Did we already mention we were with the executives last week?
We certainly did.
And of course, Nissan is the parent company of Infiniti, and we asked about tariffs for the Infiniti products rolling across the border, and they said it's the exact same for Pathfinder. Nissan Canada is eating the tariffs.
Yeah, there was a stop sale, basically. They put a halt on Pathfinder coming into Canada because of those tariffs, but it is an important vehicle for the brand. And so they have decided to eat the tariffs and bring it back. Now, they did consolidate trims, only a few trims in Canada, but I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, so one thing about tariffs, they don't pay 25% on the retail price of the car. They're paying a tariff on the wholesale price of the car. So it's an amount, but it's not as big an amount as you would expect to pay. So that's good news. And also, for many people, a V6 is good news as well. Okay, you'll see the price is competitive. Even they ate the tariffs, Andrea.
Yeah.
So let's get into that now.
Let's start with pricing. We'll do Canada first, and then we'll move on to the U.S. Pricing includes freight, PDI, and fees. The Rock Creek model starts at just over $58,000, and the top Platinum is just over $63,500. In the U.S., we're using MSRP. The first four-wheel drive model starts at just under $42,000, and the top four-wheel drive is just under $51,500.
Here's the all-wheel drive fuel economy, 11.8 liters per 100 kilometers city, 9.6 on the highway. That's 21 miles per gallon city, 28 on the highway. This Pathfinder can tow 6,000 pounds, and the warranty is 3 years, 60,000 kilometers, or 36,000 miles. Lightning round, two things we like to see improved.
Well, I just love the beauty of a V6.
You can get a bench seat on all trims.
Look, I wouldn't mind just a little less shiny hard plastic. It's a bit much in here.
I'm really disappointed. I'd really like to have orange Rock Creek everywhere, Andrea.
Sure you do, Zach.
You do. That's what I really want. What I really want, actually, is what you think of this thing. So please, right below, tell us what you think of the updated 2026 Pathfinder.
And if you like what you see, make sure you subscribe. We'll see you next time.